welcome to the very first episode of Get Hooked, my brand new podcast, where I plan on showing you all of my crochet projects, my knitting projects, and what I'm currently reading. I hope you have some coffee and we can jump straight into it. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Adele from sunny South Africa, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Ravelry, all of those places, as Hooked on Art. And I usually share quite a lot of my creative journey. So let's jump straight into it. FOs, all my finished objects. First up, I have this beanie. It's my very own pattern. It's the Winter Seeker beanie. It's available in my Ravelry store as a free download. And it is for a friend who's been begging for a beanie for quite some time, and I finally finished it, and I cannot wait to give it to him because I think he'd really appreciate that it's done now. So I made this with Al's Charity in the colorway, I think it's just black, and a 4.5mm hook. But like I said, all the details are in the pattern on my Ravelry store, and it's a free download. My second FO is something quite exciting, and I actually finished this yesterday. It's a Boho Planter Hanger for a 10 centimeter pot, and it's attached to a little D-ring so it can hook onto a hook, a nail. I added a cute little tassel as well, you can see the details. I added a bead. Whoa! Needs to be hanging. I just added a bead and the tassels to make it a little bit more bohemian. I do plan on writing the pattern for this and making it available as a free pattern as well. So this was made with Al's DK cottons, and I just used the color white, and the bead was just a bead that I had lying around in my craft room. The third FO is actually something really exciting, and I'm in love with it. It's a little baby sweater. It's so cute, and this colorway is just gorgeous, or the color combo rather. I am just in love. Look at those cute leaves and the bubbles. It's just gorgeous. So this is a pattern that I bought actually quite a while ago. I think I bought this pattern 2 years ago, and I never got around to making it. It's the Harvest Sweater by Mon Petit Designs, but I changed up the sleeves. I thought that making it in the pattern would just be a little bit too much for a tiny body, so I opted to make the sleeves slightly different. And for this I used Al's Babykins. The yellow is called Ducky. I mean, how adorable is that? And the green is called Sleep Pea. I mean, isn't that just the most perfect, soft color combo you've ever seen? So this will be a gift for a baby shower that I'm attending. And I just can't wait to gift it because it's going to be so cute. I opted to make the smaller size that the pattern has available, and it's a 0 to 3 months pattern. And like I said, the only changes I made were to the sleeves, and I'm in love. I am in love with how this came out. The fourth FO, I was on an FO roll the last couple of months. I'm lying, the last 2 months. Yeah, last couple of months. I made a granny square baby blanket, newborn size, so the smallest I could go, with one of my favorite borders. I just love a mesh border with a little moss-stitch detail to end it off with. And this is obviously going to the same home that the Harvest Sweater is going to. Made in the same colors, Al's Babykins. And I used a 4mm, I used a 4mm hook for both of these projects, and I am just, it's so cute. Can I just say, with this little sweater, I know it's a newborn size, but I had to message everyone I know and I had to ask them, are babies really this tiny? Like, is a newborn body really this tiny? Because it's just so cute. And I can't wait to see baby in this. Okay, then my last FO, I think if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you would have seen this one already. This is the slanted lap gang. So, a while back we bought a recliner, just like a one-seater recliner, and I depsed it as my own, and that's where I sit to craft. And now that the weather's been changing and it's been chilly at night, my legs and my feet are cold. Don't know if I'm getting cold or what it is, but I decided, no, I need a blanket for this. And then I just made a little lap gang sized blanket, literally just for my legs, just to cover my legs whilst I'm sitting in front of the TV, whilst I'm enjoying a cozy time in front of the TV, whilst I'm knitting or crocheting. This is it to keep me with. And then I decided to write the pattern for this as well. So the slanted lap gang is available as a free pattern in Ravelry and on my blog, so yeah, definitely go check it out. Then I just want to speak about the yarn that I used. So I used Alice Scheme in a brand new colorway. This is a brand new, and this is all that I have left, in a brand new colorway called Shark Bait. And at first I was a bit apprehensive because I'm not the biggest fan of variegated yarns. I like to keep it plain and simple, and then I can play around with the stitches a bit more. But I have this philosophy that when the yarn is fancy, the stitches need to be plain, and when the stitches are fancy, the yarn needs to be plain. So in this case, fancy yarn calls for a simple stitch. And just, can you see why? Look at that pooling. I am in love with how this yarn turned out in this blanket. So yeah, definitely going to get lots of use out of this blanket in the next couple of weeks. And it's so soft. It's so soft. And that's it for FOs, people. Quite a busy 2 months. And also quite busy for, I didn't say what hook size I used for this. I used a 4.5mm as well, just because my tension's quite tight, so this one's nice and airy with a 4.5mm. Okay, so just as busy when it comes to whips. Okay, don't be fooled just because I finished a lot. I still have a lot to finish. Okay, but I'm not the kind of person to have a million whips going on at once. I usually have 4 or 5 maximum, and I try to finish those before starting new projects. So the first whip is housed in my knapsack crochet retreat bag of 2022. Now the sad part here is that I never even went on this retreat, because this retreat happened, I think, yeah, about 2 weeks after I snapped off my Achilles and 2 weeks after my operation, and I just didn't want to take the chance traveling that far and being in a moon boot and being uncomfortable, being agitated, and when I'm supposed to be having fun on a retreat. So I decided not to go. But Charnel from In My Knapsack was so kind, and she still gave me my little treat bag, so I use this all the time. And I mean, isn't that just gorgeous? The blue and the pink, absolutely stunning. So this baggie houses my flax sweater. So this is a free pattern from Tin Can Knits. It's absolutely stunning. It's a basic raglan with some sleeve details, and I'm going to make this foot yarn because it is in the bigger size. I don't know if it's going to fit in because I'm a bit of a rebellious knitter and I never gauge swatched. So I'm making the extra large, and the stitch count's fine, but the measurements are off by like a centimeter. So I'm hoping that it fits, but I'm sure that it. And I mean, obviously it still needs a washing and a blocking and that all. that should help. So I'm done with all the raglan increases. I've done the short rows. As you can see, the back is a little bit longer. So like you can see, the back is a bit longer than the front because I did opt to add the short rows. And now I'm just knitting on the body. I'm going to finish the body before I start with the sleeves. I just prefer to knit that way. I don't know if it's an OCD thing, but I can't do the sleeves until the body's done. Then I'm knitting this on a 4.5 millimeter, which is probably why my centimeters are off, because I'm not using the needle size specified in the pattern, but it should still be okay. And then I think this is a 100 centimeter cable, stitch marker from Etta Klein. This stitch marker was actually gifted to me. It doesn't want to focus. This stitch marker was actually gifted to me by a dear friend for our Yarny Secret Santa. And then the yarn. I'm using Himalaya Everyday New Tweed in the colorway. I don't know where the colorway is on this. It says Rank Party. I don't know. Can't read Turkish. I don't know if that's the colorway. But yeah, it's a nice grey color with like a slight speck in the yarn, but when you look at it like this, you can barely see the speck. It's just gorgeous. I'm having a lot of fun. Let's add a progress keeper to this. I have a deadline for this because it's for Dion, my fiance, and his birthday is in July. So I'm going to try and have this done before his birthday. Let's see how that goes. But I think I should be able to do it. If I knit about 10 rows, 10 to 20 rows a day, I should get it done. I'm having fun. This is a gorgeous pattern. Absolutely gorgeous. Hey, my next whip, also housed in my knapsack bag. How cute. It says, I'd rather be crocheting, and isn't that the truth? Ironic because I have a knitting project in here, but that's okay. It's a project bag. This is also very exciting. I am making the Real Easy Raglan by Maker Store. So the problem with this is I don't have another 100 centimeter cable. So this is currently on, I think, a 40 centimeter. So it's all bunched up and squished up, so I can't show you like the proper picture. But I'm done with the neckline ribbing, obviously. I'm done with the short rows. I'm busy with the raglan increases at the moment. So I'm still on those increases. And this, I just want to show you the yarn. How gorgeous is that blue? I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And this is also with a new colorway by Al, which is the Color Crush Whatever Floats Your Boat. I specifically chose this one because I just love the combination of the different blues and the orangey red, and I'm having fun knitting this because I just want to get to the next color. But yeah, almost done with the raglan increases, then I'll be ready to split for the sleeves. And I mean, this is just, it's gonna be so pretty. I'm also knitting, this one I'm actually knitting in the right needle size, so this one should fit. I'm making the size large, and yeah, again I did not gauge swatch because rebel life, but it's going to be gorgeous. Oh, let's go progress. So I'm just using these bold markers as progress keepers. Okay, 2 more whips. Promise. See? Remember I said only 3 or 4 or 5 whips? 4 this time. Not that many. So the next one is housed in a little project bag that my mom made me years ago when I just started crocheting, and look, I wasn't really hooked back then, so I just had this one bag with all of my supplies in, like my 2 hooks and like 1 ball of yarn, and that was it. And this was like the best thing ever because I could carry it around, I could put it in the car, and I still have it to this day. And I chose the fabric myself, so quite excited. So this is a special whip because I've been wanting to do this pattern for quite a few years now. I think it was released in 2020 and I bought it back then, but I never actually got around to making it. I think I made 2 or 3 squares and then nah, I didn't really feel like finishing it, but this time I'm going to finish it, and I'm holding myself accountable. It is the Hooked on Granny's pattern by Hooked on Sunshine, and it is stunning. So there are 16 different blocks, and I'm doing it slightly different than the pattern suggests. I'm joining as I go because honestly, who has time to block and join squares afterwards? Not me. And I'm doing the joins slightly different. So if you buy the pattern, it's a very extensively written pattern. There's a prelude, there are different colorways. Every block is about like probably 12 pages long with detailed. I'm not like, I can show you one because I think this one's a free download on their website. Look at that. This one alone is 17 pages because it has detailed photo tutorials for every single row, every single step. So it's a gorgeous pattern, lots of work, but definitely worth it. Okay, so isn't it stunning? I mean, every block is just so different and so unique. Look at that. And that's just absolutely stunning. Okay. So I do plan on blocking the entire blanket when I'm done. And I'm going to make the full 16 blocks. I still haven't decided if I want to make 2 strips of 8 or 4x4. Because if I make 2 strips of 8, it will be a stunning throw for the bottom of our bed, and that way you'll be able to see every single block. If I make 4x4, it will be gifted to my sister-in-law. So yeah, I'll have to decide how I want to do that. I'm busy with the 4th block. I don't want to lose a stitch there. So I'm hoping to finish this and join this one as well, and then by the time I've joined this one I should have decided if I want to make an 8x8 or if I want to make a 4x4, but 8x2 I mean. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Oopsie, dropped the yarn. So I'm making this in Owl Cotton's 4-ply in the colorway Natural because this colorway is just timeless. I mean, this just makes me think of something absolutely timeless that will last forever. The colorway is classic and timeless. The patterns are classic and timeless. I mean, this is just gorgeous. It's just the perfect combination, to be honest. Drop the square. So yeah, I'm using a 4mm hook as per the recommendation by the pattern, but I'm not using the yarn as per the recommendation of the pattern. I think the yarn should be a DK, but I felt that a DK would be a bit too heavy for me, so I opted for the 4-ply and the 4mm, which makes the blocks nice and airy, and the stitch definition is definitely still there. Absolutely stunning. Alrighty. Then the last word, and this is my super long-term project because I'm a crazy woman and I want to do this. Okay, so this is a Scrappy Project that I started probably in February, beginning of March maybe, and it is a basic corner to corner blanket with all my sock yarn scraps. Okay, so this is various yarns in here already, all held double, which gives it a nice, it's not super thick, but it's sturdy. And I'm using a 3.5mm hook to make this, and I just want to show you, this is the first time that I've ever attempted to hold anything double and maul anything, but I'm in love. Look at that. Look at the purples, the greens. This here is my absolute favorite. The yellow, gold, the white. Oh, I'm just in love with this. Yeah, like I said, every single pair of socks that I've made, there has been some leftover yarn, and I'm just putting all of that in here. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is a long-term project, and I'm a crazy woman, is because I want to make this big enough to fit on our extra length king size bed, and I'm going to do that because I want to do that. And yeah, I'm just excited with how this is working. I spend every Sunday working on this as part of my Scrappy Sunday projects, but if I feel like it during the week, I'm just going to work on it as well, because it's a very mindless project. So if I'm watching a series that I need to concentrate, that I want to concentrate on, I can rip this out because I can do this mindlessly. Okay, I just have to show you this adorable stitch marker. I hope it focuses. Okay, that is a stitch marker by Etsy Klein, and it's from the Naughty Habits Sock Club box, which is just gorgeous, and obviously the leftover yarn from that will go in here as well. So stunning. Let's put a progress keeper in this. And yeah, like I'm not putting any pressure on myself to finish this within a specified time. I'm just going to keep going until it is the size that I want it to be, you know? And I'm having fun. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. See, I'm currently... So basically what I do is whenever one runs out, I just add the next color. That's how I decide on when to change colors. When the one's done, a new color is added. To keep things interesting, isn't it? Okay, this is not housed in anything special. It's literally a Ziploc bag. And it locks in the smell of all these yarns. Because if you've bought Naughty Habit yarns, you will know the smell I'm talking about. Delicious. Okay. Let's move on to what I'm currently reading. So I'm a massive reader. I enjoy reading. I'm not going to say I'm a massive reader because I don't set any reading goals for myself. I just read, and I enjoy reading, and I do not go a day without reading at least like one page. Okay, so my current read is Takka Boom Boom from LJ Fenton, and this is basically a journalist who's telling a story of how he traveled from Cape Town to London through Africa by foot in the 1960s. Now, if you know anything about South African history, you'll know that it was post-colonial. Most countries just gained independence, or countries were still fighting for independence, so volatile circumstances in most countries, and he's telling the tale of all of that. And he's a fantastic writer. I'm really enjoying his writing. I think I started last week, so I'm not that far in, but what I've read so far, I'm really enjoying. And I'm trying to spend at least half an hour a day just reading. Which I'll give you an update on this once I'm done, because like I said, I'm not that far in, but what I've read so far, I'm really enjoying. He's an interesting character, very adventurous, very... what's the word? What would you call someone that likes to take risks? Because I think that's what it is, and you can see it from chapter 1. From a young age, he really enjoyed taking risks, going after what he wants, and just doing it. So yeah, very inspirational at the end of the day as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I can't wait to chat again. Have a lovely day. Bye. Stay hooked.